All right, ready to dive in. Today, we're looking at the crypto code.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this system claims it can make daily crypto profits for you, like automatically. All those ads promising consistent income, easy for beginners, crazy high win rates.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Oh,
Sounds a little too good to be true, right?
exactly. So we got a ton of crypto code stuff here, like their website, that webinar they want you to sign up for, even some testimonials. We got to figure out, is this thing legit or just a bunch of hype?
Yeah, good plan. It's tough to know with crypto sometimes.
Totally. One thing that jumps out at me right away is the language they use. It's like unlock daily profits or secret strategy.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Like they're pushing all the right buttons, making it sound easy and exciting.
Yeah, like preying on that fear of missing out. Like everyone else is getting rich except you.
Uh-huh, exactly. And then they make the system itself sound so simple. Like, watch our free webinar, set up the software, and boom, you're rich.
Right. But when they talk about how the autopilot trading actually works, it gets kind of vague.
Totally. They mention strategies and indicators and all these tools, but no real specifics.
Like they claim an 84% win rate across hundreds of trades. But how did they get that number? What does it even mean?
Yeah, it's meaningless without context. Like saying a car has amazing gas mileage. Well, is that in the city or on the highway?
Okay, so digging a little deeper here,
Yeah.
let's talk about this whole passive income thing. I mean, who wouldn't want to just watch their crypto grow effortlessly?
Right. It's a very tempting idea. But here's the reality check. No investment is truly risk-free. And crypto especially is super volatile.
So even if they do have this amazing win rate, which we don't know for sure, they're probably not showing us the potential downside.
Right. Or how big those losses can be when they do happen. It's never all sunshine and roses.
And speaking of things that might be misleading, what about all those amazing testimonials they have?
Ah, yeah. Classic marketing tactic.
Like this one here says, I made $1,500 profit in the first week.
Incredible, right? Sounds great. But remember, these are cherry-picked. They're only showing you the best-case scenarios.
So we don't know how much this person invested or what their risk level was. It's like showing the highlights from a basketball game and leaving out all the missed shots.
Uh-huh, exactly. And don't forget about those bonus offers they dangle in front of you.
Oh yeah, those free this, free that.
Right. Think of those like sweeteners designed to make you act impulsively. The real value, if there is any, is in the core system.
Okay, so we've got enticing language, vague details, bold claims, cherry-picked testimonials, and bonus incentives. Starting to feel a little familiar, isn't it?
Definitely ringing some alarm bells. But before we make any judgments, there's one more thing we need to look at. The disclaimer.
Yeah, it's funny. Those disclaimers often say the complete opposite of the big promises they make everywhere else.
Haha, right. Like, hey, we told you all this great stuff, but don't hold us to any of it.
Exactly. So what does the crypto code say in their disclaimer?
Let's see. Here it is. Warning, this isn't one of those get-rich-quick things. I cannot and do not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money with my ideas.
Wow. So after all that talk about effortless profits and autopilot trading, they're basically saying no guarantees.
Yeah. They even mention hard work being required, which seems to clash with their whole hands-free approach, right?
Totally. Classic marketing versus reality situation. And it's not just the main disclaimer. Even that free bonus offer has some interesting fine print.
Oh, you're right. Buried deep in their terms, they say, the free bonus for attending is not available in all countries. We reserve the right to decline the free bonus to anyone for any reason.
Wow. So not even the free bonus is actually guaranteed. They can just deny it for any reason they want. Makes you wonder what else they might be hiding.
Yeah, it really does. This is why it's so important to be skeptical and do your own research before jumping into anything like this. Welcome back. So, picking up where we left off with the crypto code, we found some questionable stuff in their marketing.
Yeah, big promises, but not a lot of transparency about how it all actually works.
Right. Lots of hype, But hype doesn't always mean results.
Totally agree. So let's zoom out a little bit. Can you give us like a quick overview of crypto trading systems in general?
Sure. So you'll see different types of systems out there. One is automated trading bots. Basically, these are like little computer programs that buy and sell crypto for you automatically.
Oh, okay. So like robots making the trades based on some rules.
Exactly. It can be helpful for, taking the emotion out of trading, and they can make trades super fast. But the catch is they're only as good as the algorithms they're using.
I see. So a bad bot could actually lose your money really quickly.
Yeah, definitely. It's like setting your car on autopilot, but the navigation system isn't working properly.
Uh-huh. Right. You might end up somewhere you really don't want to be.
Exactly. Another type of system is signal services. So these give you trading recommendations.
Oh, interesting. So they don't actually do the trading, they just tell you what to buy and sell.
Right. Some of these services can be pretty good, especially if they're run by experienced traders. But even then, no one can predict the market perfectly.
So you still need to be careful.
Right.
Do your own research and all that.
Absolutely. You have to understand the risk and be comfortable with it.
Now, I'm not sure if the crypto code says if they're using bots or signals, but with all this talk about autopilot trading, it seems like they're probably doing one or both, right?
Yeah, could be. But like I said, without knowing more about their methods, it's hard to say how reliable they are.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've got bots and signals. Any other types of systems out there?
Yeah, there are educational courses and sometimes like online communities that teach you how to trade crypto yourself.
So instead of relying on a system, you learn how to do it yourself.
Right. Which can be good for some people, but not all courses are created equal, of course.
Right. Some might be outdated or promise more than they can deliver.
Exactly. Always got to do your research.
So with all these options, how do you tell a legit system from, well, a scam?
That's the big question, right? Tough one. But here's the thing. Transparency is really important. A good system should explain how it works clearly, what strategies they're using, what indicators, all that.
Okay, yeah. So if they're vague or try to use a lot of like jargon to make it sound complicated, that's a bad sign.
For sure. And they should be upfront about the risks, like what kind of returns you can realistically expect.
Right, going back to that testimonial, the one that said $1,500 profit in the first week. Who knows if that's even real?
Yeah, exactly. You always got to watch out for those huge promises like make thousands of dollars a day with no effort.
Oh, yeah. Those sound too good to be true.
They usually are. And be careful about pressure tactics, too, like those limited time offers that expire soon.
Right. Trying to make you rush into a decision.
Exactly. They want you to act without thinking it through. And speaking of thinking it through, always do your own research. Don't just rely on their marketing.
So check reviews, see who's behind the system, that kind of thing.
Yep. Look for any red flags. Knowledge is really your best defense.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
So learn the basics, different strategies, how to manage risk.
Exactly. It's not just about finding a system that'll make you rich quickly.
It's about being smart
Right.
and making informed choices.
Exactly. The crypto world can be exciting, but also risky. So the more you know, the better.
Makes sense. So where does the crypto code fit into all this?
Well, based on what we've seen so far, they're doing some things that, well, raise some questions. Lots of big claims, but not very transparent.
Yeah, and that disclaimer really contradicts their marketing.
Right. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. But before we decide anything, let's talk about some other ways to invest in crypto. Approaches that don't rely on these systems that promise easy money.
All right, so we've looked at the crypto code and all the marketing tactics they're using. We've also talked about different crypto trading systems in general.
Yeah, bots, signals, all that.
Right. But before we wrap up, let's step back and talk about like a more fundamental way to approach crypto investing. Something that's not about getting rich quick.
Definitely. There's a lot more to crypto than just trying to find a magic system that'll make you rich overnight.
So where should someone start if they want to build a solid foundation in crypto?
Well, diversification is key. Just like with any investments, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
So spread your investments across different cryptocurrencies, right?
Exactly. You could invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, the more established ones, but also look into newer projects, ones with good fundamentals and real-world use cases.
So kind of like building a portfolio, like with stocks. You want exposure to different things.
Exactly. It's about managing risk and reward. And another important strategy is dollar cost averaging.
Dollar cost averaging, what's that?
Basically, you invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals. So every week or every month, you buy a certain amount of crypto.
Oh, okay. So you're not trying to time the market perfectly. You just invest consistently over time.
Right. That way you ride out the highs and lows and you're less affected by the volatility.
That makes sense. It sounds a lot less stressful than trying to guess when the market's going up or down.
Exactly. And it can really help you in the long run. And speaking of things that help in the long run, one of the best investments you can make is in your own education.
You mean learning about crypto, how it works, how to evaluate different projects?
Exactly. Knowledge is really power when it comes to crypto. Take the time to research different projects, understand what problems they're trying to solve, and look at the teams behind them.
So don't just jump into something because it sounds cool or because someone on Twitter is hyping it up.
Exactly. Do your own research. And while we're on the topic of protecting yourself, let's talk about security. Because crypto is digital, it can be vulnerable to theft and hacking.
Oh, right. So what are some things people should do to keep their crypto safe?
Well, always use strong, unique passwords for all your crypto accounts and enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. That adds an extra layer of security.
Yeah, that's good advice for any online account, really.
Absolutely. And watch out for phishing scams. You know, those emails or messages that try to trick you into giving away your private keys or other sensitive information.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about those.
Never click on suspicious links and never share your private keys with anyone. And when you're choosing exchanges or wallets to store your crypto, do your research. Make sure they're reputable and have good security measures in place.
Okay, good to know. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the crypto code and the world of crypto investing, what's the biggest takeaway you want listeners to remember?
Well, crypto can be exciting, and it definitely has the potential to be a good investment. But you got to be smart about it, have realistic expectations, and keep learning. Don't fall for those get-rich-quick schemes.
Like the crypto code seems to be doing.
Yeah, possibly. But even beyond that, the same principles that work for any kind of investing apply to crypto too. Be disciplined, be patient, and think long-term.
So no shortcuts to success in crypto, huh?
Nope. But if you put in the work and you invest responsibly, you can definitely increase your chances of reaching your goals.
Great advice. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We hope you learned something new today and that you feel more confident about navigating the world of crypto. Remember, keep learning, keep exploring, and as always, keep diving deep.